In today's video, I'm going to show you how to make kids animated song videos similar to what you are watching right now for 100% free without facing any copyright issues when you later decide to upload on whatever social media platform you want.
Whee! Hooray! It's time to play. Yellow bus is on its way. The wheels on the bus go round and round, round and round, round and round. The wheels on the bus go round and round. Happiest ride in all the town.
To get started, we need to first of all come up with the title of the song we want to make. If you have yours in mind, it is going to work just fine. But if you're like me and you don't have any song titles, here's what you are going to do. You are going to open a new tab and search Google Gemini. Then click on the first link right here. This should take you to this interface. You are going to right click and paste this exact prompt in there. And don't worry, all the prompts we are going to use in today's video will be in the description. Simply copy it from there. It reads, give me 10 song titles for kids between the ages of 2 and 5. So with mine, I'm making the video for kids around this particular age range. So with yours, enter the age range you want to make the kids video for. So all you need to do is just click on submit right here and let's see the end results. As you can see, it is then giving me the 10 song titles I requested for the specific age range. All you need to do now is just look through it right and select the one you want to use for your song video. This includes, if you are happy and you know it, we have Baby Shark, we have The Wheel on the Bus. We all know these songs. Now let's move on to the next step, and that is generating the lyrics for the song title we have selected. How are we going to do that? Simply copy the second prompt from the description, right? Then come to the prompt box and paste it in there. This prompt reads, now give me the song lyrics for song number, and simply enter the number of the song you want. So in my case, I've entered 2 right here just for the purpose of this video. Now I might change it along the way. It continues to read, keep in mind it is for kids, so use simple and repetitive words. When it comes to these kid song, right, most of the time it tends to just repeat itself. Example, grandpa shak do 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 do. You get it? Mama shak do 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 do. It's just repeating itself over and over again. That is why I have entered this right here. Also, I said it should make it very short and engaging. Kids tend to have short attention spans. So it continues to read, don't forget to add the style the song should be in. That is, this section is for Suno AI. Now this is the platform we are going to use to change the script into actual music. That is, the lyrics into actual music. Don't worry, we'll get there in just a second. It continues to read, use completely different lyrics if this song has an original version to avoid copyright. The reason being, if you take a look at the song it has generated for us, most of these ones we are familiar with them. So if it is going to generate one based off of this title here, then it should use completely different words to avoid copyright strike when we upload it on any platform. All you need to do now is just click on submit right here, and let's just sit back, and it is actually going to get the job done just as I expected. As you can see, Google Gemini, right, is going to try to generate the music for you. Yes, you heard me right, but that is not what we want. We have our own platform already, so all we need to do now is just enter something along the lines of, no, only the lyrics, something just like this, then just submit it. So it is going to give us only the lyrics of the song. As we can see, it is done with it. So this is the lyrics of the song right here, along with the, there we go, along with the style for Suno AI. It says the style is going to be bright, upbeat, nursery pop, you know, catchy, etc, etc, etc. It will make much more sense when we get to the section where we are supposed to use it. Now let's move on to the next section, and that is changing this particular lyrics right here into actual music. How are we going to do that? You are simply going to open a new tab and search Suno AI, then click on the first link right here. This is the platform we are going to use to change the lyrics into an audio format, or actual music to be precise. Now you might land on an interface where they are going to ask you to create an account. So go on ahead and create an account first to land on this interface. Immediately after creating your account, you are going to be credited with 40 credits. Now this platform has a paid version and a free version. The free version is what is actually going to give you the 50 credits every single day. When it comes to the music generation, it actually uses just 10 credits to generate two music for you. You know what, let me just show you how to generate the music. Once you land on this interface, you're going to come to this section which says create. Just click on create. Then what you want to do is to return to Google Gemini and simply copy everything under the lyrics where I have highlighted. Copy it just like this. There we go. Return to Suno AI. Then click on this section right here which says lyrics. Right click and just click on paste to paste the lyrics in here just like this. If you want to make any changes to it, go on ahead and make the changes you want. What you want to do now is to return to Google Gemini one more time. Scroll up and under style for Suno AI, just highlight the style. Right click, click on copy, return to Suno AI, and at this section we say style, simply paste it in there. Now this section is where it is going to determine if it should be, let's say, Afrobeat based, those kind of things, right? This is where everything is going to be. So let's just right click and click on paste. All you need to do is just click on create right here just like this, and let's just sit back. It is actually going to create it for us. Now if you take a look at it right at the very bottom here, it says this will use 10 credits to generate 2 songs. Just as I said earlier on, while it is generating the songs, right, let me show you something real quick. If I should click on upgrade to pro, right, while I'm moving the mouse pointer, as you can see, we have the free plan, the pro plan, and the others. But with the free plan, right, if I should scroll down, it says 50 credits renew daily, which is equivalent to 10 songs every single day, which in my case it is going to be plenty okay for uploading videos on social media, specifically YouTube. Let's return to the create section and see what it created for us. There we go. So they are these two right here, the ones I'm hovering on. Let's take a listen to them real quick. So keep in mind, this actually going to generate 2 for you. So let's take a listen to the first one right here. Going to end it here. Let me play the second one and let's just pick one. So let me just play it real quick.
Hooray! It's time to play. Yellow bus is on its way. The wheels on the bus go round and round.
This is absolutely beautiful. All you need to do now is just select the one you want, and in my case the second ones are mostly the ones that are good. So click on the 3 lines right here just like this, then scroll down to the bottom right. You're going to see download, hover over it and click on MP3 audio. This message is going to pop up, ignore it and just click on download anyways. It is going to download the music onto your device. After generating the music successfully, let's move on to the next section, and that is generating the music video itself. Now this section comes in 2 parts. The first part being we are going to generate the images, then actually animate those images into videos. So let's return to Google Gemini for that. In the prompt box right here, simply right click and just click on paste to paste the third and last prompt in there. It is also going to be available in the description. Copy it from there. Now with this right, I'm not really going to read it to you, I'm just going to explain it. So let's just click on submit right here. Google Gemini is going to base on this prompt to generate the image prompts for you, but this is AI, so this is what it is going to do. It's going to try to generate the images for you itself, but that is not what we want. What we need is the prompt. So all we are going to enter in here is no, only the prompt, and simply click on submit right here. Now Google Gemini is actually going to give us the image prompt. So here's how it is actually going to organize everything. It is going to give us 1 image prompt for every line of the lyrics it has generated above. Do you remember I said it should generate or repeat some of the lines to make it much more interesting for the kids? Due to that, I have optimized this particular prompt in a way that if it gets to a section where a line was repeated or it is quite similar, instead of it generating an entirely new image prompt for us, it is just going to tell us that, oh okay, this line is the same as this line. So simply use the image prompt it generated for that line for this scene. I don't know if you get what I'm trying to say. And also it is actually going to provide you with the animation prompts to change the images into actual videos. And also it is actually going to provide you with multiple camera angles for 1 image prompt. So let's say for line 1, right, if it gives us the image prompt for it, it is going to provide us with subsequent image prompt but with different camera angles. With the same image, right, it is going to just be different camera angles. I'll explain why in just a second. So let's just take a look at it. This is the first line of the lyrics. This is the image prompt it has generated for us, and this is the animation prompt we are going to use to change the images into actual videos. And these are the several camera angles it is going to give to you. We have extreme close-up shots, low angle, bird's eye view. I'll explain their use in just a second. So I'm now going to scroll down, right, and this is for verse 1. This is the image prompt, the animation prompt, and also the several other camera angles I requested. Now, just as I said, in some cases it is going to tell you that, oh okay, for verse 2 here it is the same as verse 1 here, so it is not going to provide you with a detailed image prompt for verse 2. Rather, it is going to tell you that, oh okay, it is the same thing, so simply use the image prompt from this section instead. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. Now with the next step, right, we are now going to change these image prompts into actual images and actually animate them. Here's how. Let's go on ahead and first of all copy the image prompt for the first line. There we go. The platform we are going to use to generate all the images is called Google Flow. So what I want to do is to open a new tab and just search Google Flow, then click on the first link right here. It should take you to an interface that looks just like this. Create an account, because they'll ask you to create an account. Then what I want you to do is, after creating an account, you're going to land on an interface that looks something just like this. Click on new project. This should take you to a brand new interface, but as you can see, I have generated quite a good amount of kids images when I was testing this particular method out. So what you want to do is to come to the prompt box here, right click and just click on paste to paste the image prompt in there, and simply click this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer. Make sure the aspect ratio is selected. Since we want to upload it on YouTube, select 16:9, but if you want to upload yours on TikTok or Instagram or YouTube Shorts, select 9:16. How many images should it generate? Normally I recommend you go in for 2. Leave the AI model as it is, then click on submit right here, and let's just set back for the end results. Now for you to maintain consistency with some of the things, right, you will have to actually provide the previous one as a reference so that it actually looks the same when you are generating it. I'll show you in just a second. There we go. As you can see, these are very good. All we need to do now is just select either one of these for line 1. So let's say I want to use this specific one right here. You know what, on second thought, let me use this. I'll simply hover over it, click on the 3 dots, then hover on download and simply click on original size, that is 1K, to download it onto my device. What you are going to do next is to repeat this for the other image prompts as well. Copy them, paste them in here and simply generate it. But do you remember I said sometimes you would have to actually provide the images as a reference to maintain consistency with the characters in there? Or in the first lyrics the characters are going to look okay, but in the second lyrics they are going to look very different. So in order to avoid that, right, all we need to do now is come to this same image one more time, hover over it, that is the one we downloaded, click on the 3 lines and click on add to prompt. There we go. As you can see, it has been added to the prompt here. What we want to do now is to return to Google Gemini, scroll down to verse 1. Now if verse 1, which is the next image prompt, after reading it, if we are supposed to use the same characters in there and everything, you are going to copy it just like this. There we go. But if we take a look at it, the characters are not mentioned in here, so we are not going to use it. But anyways, let me show you so that in case you encounter this specific problem, you will know what to do. You are going to return to flow just like this, then you're going to paste the image prompt in here, that is if the characters were mentioned again. I believe you get what I'm trying to say. If the characters are mentioned again, provide the image you downloaded as a reference so that it based on that to generate them in a different scene doing something entirely different. But in our case, this image prompt right here is of a yellow bus, so I'm just going to cancel this real quick and just generate the image of the yellow bus. So go on ahead and apply all of these to generate the images and also maintain consistency with the characters using the manner or method method I just showed you. There we go. This is the yellow bars, but I did not add one thing, which is 3D cartoon style, because I want it to be 3D cartoon. Perfect. Now let me generate another one and let's see what we are going to get. Hopefully this time it is in the 3D cartoon style. Perfect. This is exactly what I was looking for. All you need to do now is just download it onto your device by clicking on the three dots right here, hover on download, then click on original size. So go on ahead and repeat this for the other image prompt. Now let's move on to the next section, that is changing all these images into actual videos. The platform we are going to use is also free. Now with that particular platform, right, it is called Meta AI. So in order to land on this interface, just open a new tab and simply search Meta AI, then click on the first link right here. You should be taken to an interface that looks something just like this. But with yours, you're going to land on something that is more or less like this. What you want to do after creating an account is to come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on create. As you can see, I have already animated quite a good amount of videos within myself. So you're going to come to this section right here, which is the prompt box, right? Then click on the plus icon right here. Then upload the image you downloaded from Google Flow, starting with the first image. So we are going to do it one at a time. What you want to do now is to return to Google Gemini, scroll up to the first image, since that is what we are working on. Copy the animation prompt just like this, return to Meta AI and paste it in the description box. There we go. What you want to do now is to come to where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on image and just click on video, then click on animate to animate it for you. But one thing you should always keep in mind is this. Let me go back real quick, change this to image. As you can see, the aspect ratio was set to 9:16, but we don't want that. We want to be for a YouTube video. So I just click on this and select 16:9, the same aspect ratio as the images. You are now going to repeat the process one more time. Upload the image, then paste the animation prompt in here, change image to video, then click on create. And all we need to do now is just sit back for the end results. It is done with it. Let's take a look at it. There we go. So as you can see, the kids are jumping. It is sort of zooming out, making it much more nice and interesting. Now if the scene is short right here, you can go on ahead and click on extend right here. While I'm moving the mouse pointer, it is going to extend it and make it much longer, about 8 seconds long. Now this is AI, plus it is free, so the probability of you getting what you want on the first try is not going to be extremely high. You might have to generate multiple to actually get the one you really want. So let's assume this is exactly what I want. I'll simply come to this section where I'm hovering the mouse pointer, click on this sign to download it onto my device. There we go. As you can see, it is done downloading. We are now going to repeat this for the remaining of the images. Now let's move on to the next step, that is after successfully changing all the images into videos. The next step is putting everything together. With this, we are going to use a video editing platform, and the one I recommend is Capcut. A direct download link is going to be in the description. That said, all we are going to do is just put everything together. So if you have your own editing platform you use or software, go on ahead and use that instead. The method is going to be the same. After downloading Capcut, you're going to launch it just like this. Then click on the plus icon right here, which is import, and import the audio you downloaded from Suno AI. There we go. So this is the one I downloaded. All you need to do now is just click on the import icon one more time and import all the videos you generated with Meta AI. So let me import mine real quick. There we go. So with mine, it is going to be only 2 because I generated 2, but with yours it is going to be about 20-30. Import all of them. You're now going to drag the audio onto the timeline just like this, and all you need to do now is just match all the lines with the right scene. So obviously the first one right is going to be dragged here just like this. Then you listen to it and make sure it matches up with the right scene. Then drag the next one just like this, and you listen to it and make sure it matches up with the right scene, and keep repeating it in that order. Now sometimes some of the scenes might be very short for the lyrics or the music, right? What you are going to do to fix it is we need another scene, which is the same thing, right, but from a different camera angle. Now you know where we are going to get that from. You're going to return to Google Gemini, right, and at this section here which says extremely close up shot, that is the low angle. These angles are where we are going to use to generate a different angle of the same image. Basically, after copying this, right, you're just going to copy this same one right here and attach it to it and generate the image, animate it, and you are good to go. This is going to give you sort of a different camera angle where the kids are still jumping, and you're going to have to match it up and you are good to go. This way way you are going to get all the scenes you want. So let's return to Capcut real quick. After matching everything up, and let's say you want to cut out some of the sections, simply click on the B icon on your keyboard to activate the blade icon, then cut out the sections you don't need and just delete it just like this. So let's assume everything is okay. We've matched everything up successfully. You are simply going to just click on export right here, then enter the name of the file, select where you want to save it at, the resolution. You can go on ahead and select 4K, but this time around I'm going to select 1080p and just export it onto your device. So that is basically it. Now I know most of you might be saying, well Steve, you are going to get copyright when you upload these kind of videos on YouTube. Well, I tested it out, so let me show you real quick. This right here is a demo YouTube channel I test most of my methods on to see if they are going to get copyright or not. Now as you can see right here, the first one, which is named Kid Song, under restrictions, right, as you can see it says none, no copyright, similar to this movie recap video here. And under visibility it says public, meaning YouTube has not taken the video down. Now I know most of you might be skeptical that this is the original video, so let me just click on it real quick and let's just play the beginning to show you that this is the original video.
Swish, swish, let's all go into the ocean, swimming low.
I believe you heard it. That is the song and it doesn't have any copyright on it. So that is basically it for today. If you are testing it out and you encounter any problem, feel free to let me know in the comment section. See you all in the next video. Peace.
Whee!